33 at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Tonight, hello again, everybody. Michael Cole, Pat McAfee is off this week. I'm joined by Corey Graves.
What a way to kick off the evening. Raw on Netflix. Mr. Money in the Bank, for all intents and purposes, Seth freaking Rollins may be the most dangerous superstar in WWE.
Well, you know, Seth Rollins and company are not making many friends, but they're making a lot of enemies. Take it back to last week, fatal four-way, King of the Ring qualifier.
Braun Breaker would shove Jey Uso off of the top rope, but then a domino effect of superstars. Breaker would take out Sami Zayn and be met by Penta soaring through the sky. Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins certainly having no issue making enemies, and the hothead LA Knight would return, shove Bronson all the way from the top rope, and punch Jey Uso's ticket to his showdown with Cody tonight.
Yeah, but Friday night on SmackDown, the hothead, as you call him, LA Knight would pay a number of tsunamis at the hands of Bronson Reed. LA Knight is out indefinitely, ladies and gentlemen. A bruised sternum, separated rib cartilage because of the damage by Breaker and Reed. Friday night on SmackDown. Friday night on SmackDown.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am.
Yeah.
Columbus, you are sending me mixed signals here. And so let me ask you a question. All of you, everyone in this building, what do you want?
What do you want? Wrestling fans don't know what they want. Oh. There you go, CM Punk. Took him a while to...
Exactly. 1 minute, you're chanting for CM Punk. The next minute, you're chanting for the OTC. The minute after that, you're barking for the dog. The minute after that, you're singing my song.
Right on cue. Good job. That's hilarious. It's pathetic. He's like, what are they doing?
So it's painfully obvious to me that you have no damn idea what you want, and so I do not care what you want.
That's the writers a little bit right there. That's them going, hey, bro.
What's good for you, so you need people like me, visionaries like me, to tell you what is good for you. Now let's try a little experiment here. Let's try an experiment. Let me see if you can wrap this around your tiny little brains. You see, even the things that you think you want are because of me. Roman Reigns, the LTC. Roman Reigns exists because of me. CM Punk, right? CM Punk says he came back to WWE because you chanted his name. CM Punk is back in WWE because this company wanted to cash in on how much I hate CM Punk. And that's the truth. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. There is no second coming of Cody Rhodes unless I am there to put him on the map. World Heavyweight Championship, I was the first. NXT Championship, I was the first. Those things exist as they are because I built them in my image. Because this company wanted to cash in. World Heavyweight Championship, I was the first. NXT Championship, I was the first. Those things exist. Those things exist
Netflix, bro.
as they are because I built them in my image. I am the creator. I am the prime mover. I am the past. I am the present. And this is the future of this company. And between me and my oracle here, we know a thing or two about revolutions, don't we, Paul? And every revolution faces opposition. And I will deal with that opposition diplomatically until that opposition pushes me and pushes me and pushes me and forces my hand, and that is exactly what happened to L.A. Knight. He stuck his nose in our business, and he got tsunami after tsunami after tsunami for his troubles. And in a few minutes' time, my dog, Braun Breaker, has an opportunity to do the same thing to another person who has been a thorn in our side. Penta. Let me spell this out for you, plain and clear. There are a lot of people who think they've got what it takes to exist at the very top. Champions like John Cena and Gunther, or their prospective challengers, CM Punk, Goldberg, or those people left in the King of the Ring, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, the Viper, Randy Orton. But what these men fail to understand, they are all running a race for second place. This is the finish line. This is the end game. It has and always will be Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, Mr. Money in the Bank believes he is the cause and effect of just about everything in WWE, and Corey, he's placed a target clearly on this man.
I assure you, Rollins isn't going to take too kindly being interrupted by Penta, but I don't think Penta cares very much about that. We are in for a banger, Cole.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way in the ring, from East Counter
That smooth operator. Oh my goodness, chat. I don't know if it's... I don't know what it is, but the fucking... Oh my goodness. Penta. It's a smooth operator.
Up next, Penta takes on the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker. This match is presented by Credit One. It's live on Netflix.
Great. You guys want to do a little spot?
I mean, yeah, I could be into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching up teams for fun.
I don't like this game.
Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm working
Bow,
on it.
bow. Bow, bow, bow. I don't know why you had to leave. I know what
Pasta, the porterhouse, and a margarita.
Perfect. A watermelon, fried chicken, and a Kool-Aid.
What did you just say? Yeah, I'll take the pasta, the porterhouse, and a margarita.
Perfect. A watermelon. It's like a sauna in here.
Dude, I don't think Jews fought in the Revolutionary War. I think they were too...
That's real shit. I mean, this is true, but what was that?
So don't tell me that I'm not allowed to smoke in a 58-acre park in the middle of New York because I'll kill someone or myself. So don't...
I mean, that's funny, but Jeremy Irons, I'm pretty sure he's against gay marriage. Hold up. Why is that? Why is that real?
Why you attract emotionally unavailable people. You're LeBron in 2007.
Yeah, that's... yeah.
When you're wearing a wire, you're recording someone without their knowledge. Is it how people typically imagine, where it's like a wire actually taped your chest or your shirt?
Used to be, yeah. We used to have these. Ground the luchador, but Penta's turned the tide very, very quickly.
It's been a great start to his WWE career here. He was the Iron Man of the Royal Rumble earlier this year. Oh, nice cross body off the springboard to Breaker, and Breaker taken down.
That's what Penta's going to have to do, stick and move. You don't want to get caught in the clutches of a powerhouse Breaker.
And Penta right into the midsection of Braun Breaker.
Grab all the wind out of you, no matter how massive your chest is. Breaker looking for respite on the other side of the ring.
It's pretty incredible, Corey, after everything Penta's accomplished around the world over the past number of years, that he's right here in the center of the ring in WWE.
Exactly where Penta belongs. Now he's going to take to the sky.
Breaker just intercepts him and then drops him on the back of his head.
That superhuman closing speed possessed by Braun Breaker. An absolute mutant of an athlete.
Got that dog in him, as Seth Rollins likes to say. And, you know, what a pick by Rollins and Heyman to bring Breaker along to join this coup, for lack of a better term, that began at WrestleMania.
And that sort of decision does not happen by accident. Paul Heyman is always thinking several steps ahead. Heyman clearly realizes Braun Breaker is the future of WWE. And he's still moldable at this point.
And if you remember back to Breaker's times in NXT, when he was a two-time NXT champion and a tag team champion as well, Paul Heyman went on record while Breaker was in NXT and said that he thought the future of this industry was the man in the ring right now, Braun Breaker. So obviously Heyman's been scouting him for a very long time. And now looking to fight back. A man with zero fear. Breaker drops it just like that.
Sometimes a little fear can go a long way when it comes to self-preservation. You're dealing with someone as badass. Oh, Breaker, what a backbreaker.
Here's the cover on Penta. Penta kicks it too. The intense and powerful Braun Breaker.
And I think this is something that Heyman has been working with Braun Breaker to control Braun's temper. We've seen in the past, I mentioned LA Knight being a hothead. Braun Breaker suffered from the same sort of affliction. But if Braun can keep his head clear, stay in check, he's going to be more dangerous than he already is.
Well, Bronson Reed as well as part of this group. Bronson's been a hothead in the past, trying to harness those emotions and use them to their advantage, Rollins and Heyman are. And if they do harness that, this group is going to be pretty impossible to stop.
Beyond harnessing, I think Heyman and Rollins have already done a great job of weaponizing it.
Oh, there's that 53-mile-per-hour speed of Breaker as he runs the ropes and drops Penta with a vicious clothesline.
Wicked grin creeping across the face of the Oracle of Seth freaking Rollins.
Since his first day here, he's been trying to keep up with me. You're never gonna beat me, ever.
And that might be the scariest thing about Braun Breaker these days is the confidence goal. Seth Rollins has instilled even more. Paul Heyman has instilled even deeper confidence in this, for all intents and purposes, rookie in Braun Breaker.
Indeed, and Braun Breaker now having his way with Penta. He's always been a very confident individual, coming out of his days of so much success at NXT, but again, last couple of months, more confident than I've ever seen him before, and now just torturing Penta.
Breaker's done a fantastic job to this point of keeping Penta grounded.
Think about Breaker too, he has all the tools, right?
I completely agree.
I mean, intense, powerful, authentic as can be.
I mean, case in point, Penta is used to having a distinct speed advantage over most of his opponents. Oh, probably not the case. when it comes to Breakker tonight.
And a right hand drops Penta to the apron. Referee Eddie Orengo working this matchup. First one of the night here on what should be a stellar night on Monday Night Raw. King and Queen of the Ring semi-final matchup to see who goes to Night of Champions Saturday. Of course, Becky and Bayley meet for the Intercontinental title. Oh, this. Wow! And Rana sends Breakker across the ring. And now Penta's got Braun Breakker reeling.
What Braun Breakker was trying to avoid, allowing Penta to build up momentum, pick up speed. Series of kicks takes down Braun.
Oh, Penta with a big kick to the face.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
Well, that didn't end with Breakker momentarily, but Penta sends him over the top rope. Now Penta going to launch himself into Breakker. He got caught. Braun Breakker catching Penta, well, momentarily at least. Breakker into the post.
Penta bought himself a few valuable seconds to recover. As Braun went face first into the steel. Now what is Penta cooking up?
Penta the high flyer. Buys himself some time, knocking Breakker down outside the ring. Penta's gonna fly. Penta over the top, toe by top, helo, down goes Breakker. Penta takes out Breakker and may have hurt himself. Tremendous action, live on Netflix.
Hell yeah, brother. Some good shit, right, brother? Yeah, I'm good on that.
There's no way you just said what I think you just said. Could you repeat that again? Did you just insult yourself for buying brand name clothing? Because the last time I checked, that was not a compliment. There's no way you just said what I think you just said. Could you repeat that again? Did you just... I don't know.
Yo, Chad, let's these fucking reels, bro. What is it? Oh. Okay.
That's my favorite shade of black. Thanks. Wanna join us?
My father was imprisoned and tortured in Cuba.
Yeah, and I wonder why.
I hate communists. It was actually Batista that tortured my dad. My father was imprisoned and tortured in Cuba. I hate communists. It was actually...
Yeah, the reason your dad and, you know... There's a thing called slave owners, and there's also a thing called, you know, landlords who are the worst of the worst. That's real. What is that? What? Oh, just like an hour on the stairs. This genre of fucking Discord messages, it's so funny.
The probes are tracking every system within range. We will destroy everything in our path until he is found.
You seem agitated, my friend.
The probes are tracking everything.
If it's 2 in the afternoon and you ain't high, go fuck yourself. Get out of my face. I want you around me like I want cancer in my ball sack. You know what I'm saying?
That's come up like 5 times.
Breakker followed up immediately with a captain clothesline from the apron over our announce table, taking everything out, including himself. And I don't know if the camera's picking up. Breakker was favoring his knee for a moment,
And Penta continues to favor the right knee that we believe he hurt when he delivered the Torre Con Hilo moments ago.
I'm a fan.
And Breaker mouthing off to you, Corey. I'd go over the barricade if I were you.
Retired, go over.
That's what I said. I'd go over the barricade if I were you.
I'm from all athletics. Look at Breaker now stomping a hole in the solar plexus of Penta. I'm surprised Penta's even able to make it to a vertical base at this juncture. Oh, and he's still gonna fight.
Boot right to the face and Penta fighting back. That's the thing about Penta. Never say die attitude. Looked like he might have been going for the Mexican destroyer there, Corey. And Breaker intercepted it. And it's rolled knees into the already injured ribs. Cover on Penta. Kick out at 2.
The core, the rib cage of Penta is taking a beating tonight in this one after being dropped across the top of the ring post. And then some. Take a look at the raw power of Braun Breaker. Double knees to the body. And credit to Penta for surviving that one.
And Breaker now dominating Penta yet again.
Yeah, fucking Shaq, Tyrese Halliburton, Abyss,
Absolute car wreck.
That'd be a record time.
Jalen Brunson, all in fucking 2K, or yeah, in WWE 2K. That's funny. It's goofy as hell.
Of the luchador. Much to the delight of Paul Heyman on the outside.
Penta somehow trying to fight out of this predicament. Breaker just continues to wear Penta down.
Penta showing his never say die attitude. Hanging tough in this one.
And now Breaker. Penta gets some space. Pick up the pace, kick to the hamstring. Breaker's down. Penta now. That sling blade drives Breaker face first into the mat. Penta's fired up. Penta still favoring the right leg. I have to wonder how that may factor into this matchup. That the bruised ribs. And, oh, look at Penta. Uh-oh. And able to pull through. And Penta nice suplex. To a bridge. Hooks the leg. Breaker kicks out. Penta was going for a backstabber moments ago, and Breaker was able to
put the brakes on. And that could be a result of the damage of the attacks to the core of Penta. Doesn't have as much strength as usual.
And Penta says he's ready to go. Could be ready to put Braun Breaker away. Penta called for the Mexican destroyer. Braun Breaker, though, plays defense momentarily. Kick to the face by Penta. Breaker! Incredible! Oh! Rolled through into a high knee.
Here we go.
McAfee calls this Frankensteiner. Cover for the win. Hook to the leg. Kick out by Penta at 2. What a match. Heyman thought that was it. Penta able to stay in it.
Take another look at the superhuman athletic ability of Braun Breaker, the Frankensteiner, taking Penta halfway across the squared circle, but Penta somehow able to summon the will to kick out.
13,433 are in attendance tonight at the Nationwide Arena, Columbus, Ohio. Breaker, Penta, first matchup of the night. It's been a great. And now Braun Breaker looked like he was set up for the spear, intercepted by Penta. Penta caught again by Breaker. Military press, cover by Penta into the DDT.
Well, this time be the charm.
Mexican destroyer, cover by Penta for the win. Massive win. Kick out by Penta.
That has got to be disheartening for Penta. When you land your heaviest artillery, and it was heavy. Spectacular Mexican destroyer right on the crown of Breaker's skull, and Braun kicks out.
It was the third time Penta attempted to go for the Mexican destroyer in the matchup. Was able to hit Breaker, able to kick out, but Penta's got to keep his foot on the gas here.
How much gas does Penta have left in the tank?
How much gas does Breaker have left in the tank?
Penta thinking about the Penta driver.
Breaker, though. Standing switch. Penta lands at his feet. Kick caught Breaker again. Breaker misses wildly. Penta springboard. Oh! And a spear! A spear out of midair. Breaker from Penta in half.
Here is your winner, Braun Breaker!
All I can say is, wow. Just wow.
Absolutely incredible.
Great matchup, great performance by Penta, but in the end, Braun Breaker, the unpredictable badass, lives up to his name. This is absolutely insane.
Look at this. Penta went to take it to the skies, and Braun Breaker nearly cut Penta clean in half. Look at this again. I think the official could have counted to about 15 after this. Fantastic spear right to the ribs. And a massive W for Braun Breaker and company.
And meanwhile, speaking of company, Seth Rollins has made his way down the ringside along with Bronson Reed to congratulate and celebrate with one Braun Breaker.
This is your one warning. Stay out of my way.
We heard what Seth Rollins had to say. He kicked off the night tonight saying, I'll try to deal with things diplomatically if you cross me. However, if you force my hand, you're going to pay.
Ooh!
Rollins reminding Penta, you just finished your one warning. Stay out of the visionary's way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, switching gears now on Monday Night Raw. Liv Morgan suffered a serious injury last week on Monday Night Raw. I want to take you back to her matchup with Kairi Sane. And Corey, show us what happened here.
So we're going to see here Kairi Sane with a takedown on Liv Morgan. And Liv, as every superstar does, did her best to protect herself upon impact. Unfortunately, watch Liv's elbow. It would jam her right shoulder. And we understand that Liv Morgan is going to miss several months of action as a result.
Exactly, but let's talk about the tag titles, if you don't mind. Oh, Nick, let me call you back.
Adam, you want to see?
Yeah, man, look, I am, unfortunately, very bad news. Heard about Liv Morgan? She's not the only member of Judgment Day to get bit by the injury.
Who's that?
Don.
Don? What do you do, strain his mustache?
Look, I've seen the paperwork. It's legitimate. Unfortunately, the Magic Night of Champions, it's off. I have to postpone it.
Dude, he's ducking me. You know what? I'm gonna go make sure he's hurt.
Trust me, you're first in line. When he is ready to go, the match is yours.
All right, I'll be waiting.
All right. Thank you.
Adam Austin. Mind your business, AJ. Go on, go on.
These champions dropping like flies. Shame, really.
And we actually wanted to come and talk to you about this new idea for a photo shoot that we got. Because you
Photos? Yeah. I want to talk to you about a match.
A match!
Next week. No. For those tag team titles.
Against Finn Balor and Jay Lethal. You want to know why I want to talk about it?
No, because it. No. Don't you say it is. No, not official.
Thanks for dropping by.
You're so bald.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Maybe don't treat my mates
The New Day!
like that. Yeah?
Well, the New Day going to defend their tag titles next week against the Judgment Day. Meanwhile, earlier today, I had the opportunity to sit down with Goldberg to talk to him about his match with Gunther 2 weeks from Saturday at Saturday night's main event. That exclusive interview is live next on Netflix.
In the big 25, in the big 2-5 chat, Goldberg. I mean, like, what are we doing? It's just like, what are we doing? This shit's ass. What? Oh my god.
Is Flint's water still good? Flint is terrible. You ain't gotta tell me. Absolutely no niggers allowed in Flint. Alright.
Oh my god! That came out of nowhere.
And that's where we're going. There's not anything that's cool.
Detroit, ladies and gentlemen. Is Flint's water still there?
Oh, that's Detroit.
Get this bum out of here, will you? Get this bum out of here.
In another life, this may have been different.
3 threes to start the game, bro.
Holy Christ.
Hold the cross.
What do you call two niggas fucking niggas? What?
I will not judge. Take for I don't wonder.
Deceiver, you have no honor. You promised me a glorious battle, yet the only worthy...
Dennis, I need to tell you something. I think...
I don't want to settle.
Ah! So you come crawling back, you cheap sack of shit.
Is to determine who will face Randy Orton, Saturday Atlantic champions in the King of the Ring finals. It could be this man, main event Jey Uso, the former world champion, takes on his friend Cody Rhodes live in our main event tonight. And again, remember the winner of King of the Ring heads to SummerSlam to take on the champion of the respective brand. Jey Uso happened to win. It could be Gunther or it could be Goldberg. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to sit down with Goldberg for about 30 minutes for an interview that covered a wide variety of topics, including why he wants Gunther 2 weeks from Saturday night's main event.
Bill, you made it very clear that you would seek revenge against Gunther after what he said about you and your family at Bad Blood last year. It appears that revenge is going to come 2 weeks from Saturday in Atlanta on NBC as part of Saturday night's main event. What is it about Gunther that puts you in this type of mood?
First and foremost, did you expect anything less of me? Did you think there was any way I was going to let that slide?
Zero.
Exactly. I take my family to a WWE event as a bystander, as a fan, trying to relax, no stress, don't have to worry about who I'm wrestling that night, don't have to worry about anything. Just gotta go have fun. And I step into a verbal assault from Gunther. The lack of respect from him that I saw that night was pretty unbelievable. It was astonishing to me. Did he embarrass me in front of my wife? Absolutely. Did he embarrass me in front of my son? No question. Did he embarrass me in front of my fans and my adopted hometown of Atlanta? 100%. So there was absolutely no way I was going to let him get away with that. I didn't know when, I didn't know where I was going to seek my revenge and introduce him to who Goldberg really is, whether it's a 58-year-old man or a 28-year-old man. I don't care if I've got one foot in the grave. Nobody's ever going to talk to me like that and get away with it. So yeah, he embarrassed me in front of my family. And so as I'm vying for my retirement match and wondering who my opponent's going to be, I thought it was quite serendipitous that he stepped up and pretty much put himself into that spot. I think it was a logical choice because he ain't getting away with it. As long as I'm breathing, And as long as I can step foot into that ring, I am going to make him pay. Michael, I am going to beat the out of Gunther Saturday night's main event.
It was a very emotional Goldberg in this interview. Now, when it was over, I asked Bill, I said, is this definitive? Your retirement match, your final match in professional wrestling? He looked me in the eye and he said, yes, it is. Then I said, what happens if you win the World Heavyweight Championship? Goldberg says, interesting dilemma, isn't it?
Well, it sure is, and you can guarantee
He's not
that the
winning.
World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther, wants to make sure it's the last time the WWE Universe ever sees Goldberg as Gunther defends his gold against the man, the WWE Hall of Famer, Goldberg.
I miss Liv too. But we all know Liv. And we all know she wouldn't want us sitting around here sulking all day, okay? So come on, let's fire up. Dom, you're still Intercontinental Champion, okay? And once you get cleared by medical, you're gonna show AJ Styles exactly why they call you Dirty Dom. Roxy, you face Jade Cargill tonight. And when you beat her, you're gonna go on to become the Queen of the Ring. JD, me and you next week, we're gonna bring the tag team titles home to the clubhouse, all right? And speaking of tag team titles, Raquel, you are the women's tag team champions, okay? So chin up, everyone, we're good.
Yeah, but what about Pierce and Nick? They still haven't made a decision on whether or not we're these women's tag team champions.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes, okay? But sitting around here complaining all day is not gonna help anyone.
Gatekeeper? What did you just say? No, what did you just say? Say it to my face.
Yes,
Come on.
that's it. Exactly. That's what we need. Get fired up. That's the enforcer I know. You can't just let Rhea Ripley walk all over you like she did last week. We need you as the enforcer. And the enforcer we know would go out there and make her pay for what she done last week.
You're right, yeah. I'll take care of Rhea.
Yeah. Go on, get smashes. But I still miss my Juanita. I know you don't.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Hey, Dom. Moxie's got a match tonight. Tonight? Tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Dom, how about FaceTime?
Have a little sip.
A storm is coming.
The following is a semi-finals match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first from Vero Beach, Florida, Jade Cargill.
It's a treat for those of us on Monday Night Raw to have the opportunity to see the powerful Jade Cargill in action. Semi-finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Who beats Asuka in the finals Saturday? Jade, Roxanne, one-on-one live on Netflix.
Something new to the middle of our year. Perfect time to add a little bit of spice. A head-to-head matchup with multiple guys on the track. 1v1 for $1 million.
I've wrecked people for way less. It could get pretty wild.
Hey, did you find the manual? Yes, of course I found it. No, I need that.
Summon Dale!
Who's Dale?
Oh, really?
I'm Dale. American Home Show now provides video chat with live repair experts for home fixes over the phone. Let's go fix that up.
Okay, Dale.
I need my phone back. Fix it over
My
video
entrance.
chat with American Home Show.
Oh my God.
the rules, and so much real American beer. Get some,
Brother, what?
Ah, so you come crawling back, you cheap sack of shit. Huh?
I love you so.
What started you kind of down the path of like content creation? Like what's how did you?
Yes, welcome.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Who's a good boy? You are. Yes, you are.
Mildred, what is that?
Surprise! I got us a corgi.
I said I wanted an orgy.
Who's a good boy? You are. Yes, you are.
Mildred, what is that?
Surprise! I got us a corgi.
I said I wanted an orgy.
Who's a...
I want to laugh. I just hate that it's AI. What? He had mad. What? I don't know who this is. Was saying someone has mad pedo and potential super unnecessary. That's so fucked. What is that?
This way, please.
Excuse me, my good man. I believe thou meant to say, right it this way.
Right this way.
Someday, but not today. Right this way, please.
Excuse me.
That's funny.
Episodes debuting every other week. This week's guest, WWE President Nick Khan. Download What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon on all audio platforms and watch on WWE YouTube.
Do you have a second? Look, I just want to really wish you could book tonight. And I'm sorry for being a bit weird last week. Nobody knows more than I do how much you've earned this title shot.
Becky in the background.
Yeah, you don't say. I didn't know that I needed your permission to get title opportunities anymore. It's like that. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, this title match has been on my mind all week. Means a lot to me, but I promise, when I beat Becky tonight, you're first in line, okay?
Okay, I just want to make sure we're cool.
We're cool.
Okay.
Okay, it's all good.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Bailey alone in her mind, she takes on Becky for the Intercontinental title later on tonight. Meanwhile, Roxanne Perez, the Prodigy, looks to continue what's been a wild 2025 as he takes on Jade Cargill from Friday Night SmackDown. It's the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. The winner heads to Saturday, Night of Champions versus Asuka. Of course, that's a special start time of 8 o'clock local in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It'll be 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific here in the States. So if you're Roxanne Perez, what do you need to do to knock off the powerful Jade Cargill tonight, Corey?
As I said a few minutes ago, Roxanne Perez possesses skills and wisdom beyond her years in this game. Roxanne needs to stick with what brought her to the dance. She needs to utilize her technique and her knowledge of this business and stay the hell away from the power of Jade Cargill.
Yeah, there's so much on the line. If you win the Queen of the Ring tournament, you get an opportunity at the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam. Look what happened last year when Nia Jax won the 2024 Queen of the Ring, went on to SummerSlam to beat Bayley to win the WWE title. Speaking of Nia Jax, she actually knocked off Jade in this tournament last year, Corey, albeit via disqualification.
I assure you, Jade Cargill is using that as fuel. Few superstars do it as well. Anytime you tell Jade she can't do something, she will do it just to prove you wrong.
Roxanne Perez knocked off Kairi Sane, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan. The fatal four-way to advance to this match tonight. Roxanne hit and run now on Jade Cargill. Is this wise strategy?
It may be if Roxanne's looking to tire out Cargill, really test the gas tank of Cargill, so to speak. But Roxanne has to be fully aware of the game-changing power of Jade. Case in point.
Jade Cargill Slings Roxanne into the corner. Jade knocked off Meech and Nia and Piper in a fatal four-way on SmackDown to advance to the semifinals. And there again, the power of Jade Cargill.
This is what Jade needs to do, just stick with her wheelhouse. What works for her, the power game. You do it as well.
Roxanne was looking for a sunset flip, but again overpowered by Jade Cargill, former two-time women's tag team champion. The thing about Cargill, Corey, you know, she's never competed for a singles championship in her career. But have the opportunity if she wins Queen of the Ring.
And I think that sort of irks Jade Cargill. She looks to fulfill the prophecy that she set for herself. Jade feels that she's already the uncrowned Queen of the Ring, whether the tournament's going on or not.
And again, this cat and mouse game continues between Roxanne and Jade. Perez looking to use some quickness. And Jade Cargill again. That pop-up face first goes Perez. And the power game obviously in Cargill's corner.
I think Roxy's going to want to go back to the cat and mouse game. Perez possesses a next level in-ring IQ, a proud pupil of the two-time WWE Hall of Famer, my partner on Tuesday nights on NXT, Booker T.
Yeah, Roxanne, a little payback by Jade with that slap that time, and Roxanne now hanging Jade up on the second rope, and Perez with an opportunity.
Up and around we go, but Cargill able to put the brakes on.
Oh, and a backbreaker knee right to the spine of Perez. Cargill, an incredible athlete, boatload of charisma. She's extremely confident. Said at one point that she's obsessed with all this, winning in a WWE ring.
And if I had to poke a hole in the game with Jade Cargill, she does tend to get a little overconfident, like she is right now, but that could just get under the skin of Roxanne Perez.
Well, we'll see how Roxanne reacts to this. Roxanne, a former two-time NXT Women's Champion, and Perez going to slowly buy some time and roll out of the ring. And Cargill, again, in pursuit.
All right.
Perez is trying to lure Jade in.
And she did just that. Cargill, just a averted disaster there. She caught Perez with an elbow to the mouth.
You know, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, keeping a close eye on this and wondering who will oppose her at Night of Champions. Look at the power of Jade Cargill.
Yeah, just carrying Perez on her shoulders up the steps. Perez slides open. That's a smart move. Went for the back of the leg, dropped Jade on the steps.
Right.
A drop kick to the knee of Cargill into the steel. Roxanne's taking over.
You just go, come on, baby girl.
Okay.
What?
Go the tea.
Cheers.
Pecan.
Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan.
Beat that up a little bit more, shall we? Needs a little more each, Ed. Needs a little bit more. Quite frankly. I don't know, this match is a little sloppy. I don't know. After a year of Jade Cargill, a little over a year of Jade Cargill being here, I don't know.
I'm working on it.
I don't know how I feel.
Today, she's watching her first hockey game. And then before you know it, you're watching hers.
Yeet.
At Credit One Bank, we believe having credit and rewards for the little moments today will lead to even bigger ones tomorrow.
Oh, goodness
Get
gracious,
5%
ladies and
cash back on everyday
gentlemen.
purchases, like gas.
I need to go get my hair trimmed.
X5 Visa Signature.
I want it to be like to this length because of this back hair. Like this needs help. This is fine.
What I believe is
I like
possible
this.
when it comes to weight loss.
It just
Zepbound helps
needs to
adults
be.
with obesity lose weight and keep it off.
Hey, I'm trying, all
Don't
right.
take it religion to it. Or
I'm
if you or someone in
smoking
your
or
family had
smoking.
medullary thyroid
I'm
cancer
drinking
or
zero
multiple
sugar
endocrine
now.
neoplasia syndrome
It's
type
like
2.
it's the
Tell your
equivalent
doctor
of.
if you get a lump or swelling
Alright,
in
shut
your
the
neck.
fuck up.
Stop Zepbound.
Going from regular soda to zero sugar soda is like the equivalent of, I don't know, fucking going from cigarettes to vaping, or maybe that to like Zins. See, I can't do Zins. Zins are too much for me. That shit's way too much. Zins, like, it gave me the hiccups really bad. I was not a fan of that. So I really don't. You know, I'm good. I'm good on it, quite frankly. It's just something that I don't want to be dealing with. Stupid enough, I wouldn't say I went back to cigarettes, but I have cigarettes. I bought a pack the other day because I was craving them, and that's probably not a good thing. Probably a fairly bad thing, something that we don't want to be doing. But well, it seems there's a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. So we'll see. I was kind of nervous about the Saudi show.
Perez delivers an uppercut. Jade Cargill is in trouble as Roxanne Perez is focused on the injured leg of Cargill. And Perez with what's been great offense so far. And now Cargill going to use her power.
Obviously, the adrenaline beginning to flow. Jade able to post up her leg for a moment.
And back to the injured leg. Perez has been incredible in her strategy here. Saw her do this to Rhea Ripley a few weeks back, and out of Cargill tonight. And then running uppercut to the back of the neck by Perez. Roxanne, nice forward moonsault. Cover now for the win. Isn't enough. Cargill kicks out at 2. Again, the winner will face Asuka. The finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament, Saturday, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions. And man, Perez doing an outstanding job here.
Roxanne just needs to do her best to keep her cool, not get frustrated, not make any mistakes, because she is in complete control of Jade Cargill. If we take another look at this picture, perfect double jump springboard moonsault. Nearly ended it in favor of Perez.
13,433 tonight in Nationwide Arena. The thing about Roxanne, too, you mentioned earlier, she's so young. Still has so much of a career ahead of her, but she acts like a veteran in the ring.
Because Roxanne possesses the skill set of a veteran.
Again, you mentioned earlier, trained by the great Hall of Famer, Booker T. And again, that bad leg seemed to be given out. Perez now trying to lock in a sleeper here on Cargill.
It's in completely, but it's in enough.
Yeah, Cargill down to one knee now. Perez trying to...
And again, we talked about how Roxanne was attacking the leg. Obviously, Jade having trouble maintaining a vertical base, keeping her legs underneath her.
Able to create the separation, though, driving Perez into the corner, and Jade collapses to the mat. Roxanne may have an opening here.
Roxanne Perez perched on the top turnbuckle.
And Perez, Cargill, absolutely incredible. Picking Perez out of the air, fall-away slam that would make Hall of Famer JBL proud. And a kick off bad leg and all. Not sure how wise that was.
It's an instinctive reaction.
And Jade, though, starting to build momentum, takes out Perez and another one by Jade. And here comes Jade Cargill. Big boot to Perez off the ropes. And Jade with a spine buster. And Jade fired up here tonight against a very competitive Roxanne Perez.
Cargill now stalking down Perez.
That was different. They're playing mind games as she slams Perez to the mat. Cover now by Jade, hooking both legs. Roxanne able to kick out.
And again, we mentioned it earlier. I mentioned that Jade has a tendency to get a little overconfident, as we just saw. Had she gone straight into the cover, had she not taken that extra second for the extracurricular activities, this one could be over.
And Roxanne putting up a hell of a fight here tonight.
Roxanne's tenacious.
Going to be a massive star in this business.
Oh, wow! Albeit a toothless one.
A kick by Cargill, and this could be the beginning of the end.
There it is!
Oh, Perez rolls through. What a counter! Bridging cover! Cargill at 2. What a counter by Roxanne. Jade went for the big boot. Perez caught her with one of her own.
Roxanne showing her technical wizardry inside the ring. Here comes Perez.
And caught by Cargill. Down goes Jade Cargill. Roxanne with an opportunity. Kick right to the back of the neck. Cover on Cargill to advance tonight at Champions. Cargill
Don't panic, Roxanne.
Roxanne's got Jade down. She's got Jade hurt in trouble. What an opportunity for Perez here tonight.
It'd be so disheartening for a competitor, though, when you hit your best shot and then some, and they still keep kicking out.
Now Perez talking trash to Cargill.
Roxanne spent a little too much valuable time
Cargill with a right hand. I think that just tipped Cargill off. Picked by Perez now looking for pop rocks. And not able to connect. Boom. Oh, just barely got her. I don't think she got enough of her, but maybe just enough. And Cargill now. Lifting Perez up. Whoa, goes Perez. Cargill. No. Oh, and again trying to put Perez in position. She does now. Oh, face first, Perez off a jaded cover now for the win by Cargill. She's going to face Asuka at Night of Champions.
Here is your winner, Jade Cargill.
Boy, that was a test for Cargill tonight. And she passed against the very game Roxanne Perez here on Monday Night Raw.
No doubt about it. Credit to Perez. She made Jade Cargill earn this victory, but Jade escapes with the W and entry into the Queen of the Ring final, where the Empress of Tomorrow awaits. That could be a career-defining test for the Storm of WWE.
There's like a hair.
Look at this. The power of Cargill delivering a powerbomb and then realizing she needed a little insurance. Roxanne Perez, congratulations, you have been Jade.
So now the match is set for a Night of Champions. 8 o'clock local, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 10 o'clock on the West Coast this coming Saturday. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And another test awaits as Cargill comes Saturday. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. There is history between these two in the tag team ranks. Now they go one-on-one in the Queen of the Ring tournament finals on Saturday. And that's going to be a heck of a matchup coming Saturday. Early pick, Asuka or Cargill.
It's too close to tell at this point. I have never in my life bet against Asuka, but with the performance we just saw to Jade Cargill, Jade may prove a lot of people wrong.
Next week, when we get to Monday Night Raw, we'll have to do Queen of the Ring.
I like Asuka's new theme. That goes hard.
Very special start time live from Pittsburgh next Monday night on Netflix. 6 o'clock Eastern.
6 Eastern.
3 o'clock on the West Coast here in the United States. Monday Night Raw, special start time next week. Who will be King of the Ring?
Why?
Will come to Pittsburgh next week? Well, our main event tonight could be Cody Rhodes, could be Jey Uso. We're going to find out tonight.
Cody is a man on a mission, desperate to win the crown.
And the other semifinalist has arrived, Jey Uso.
You don't even have to say nothing, Noose. Because me and you been in the trenches. From fighting my family to winning tag team gold to finishing our stories at WrestleMania. We both been to the mountaintop. But Cody, this Monday, Oos, there's only room for one of us. I gotta get mine, Cody, just like you gotta get yours. I know it ain't personal, it's strictly business. On Monday night, please believe there's gonna be 4 letters, 1 word.
Still to come tonight,
Ridiculous.
friendships and tag team championships can take a back seat between two men hungry to return to the top of the mountain. Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament.
World Heavyweight Champion Gunther is here. We heard from his opponent Goldberg in Saturday night's main event earlier tonight. Gunther, the champ, joins us live on Netflix.
This match, but I can't imagine my life without you.
I had money for this. Somebody went off. Somebody went crazy, man. For real.
And I'm so sorry. I was going to tell you. I just didn't know how to,
Babe.
Don't ever try to be anyone but yourself.
Don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded.
And your
What I
shit's
do
all retarded.
is say, yeah, I mean?
You know,
No, I'm serious here.
Don't worry, Stro. Now there's plenty of tards out there living really kick-ass lives.
My first wife was targeted. She's a pilot now. Don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded. What I do is say...
his fucking delivery.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like... No, I'm serious here.
Don't worry, Stro. Now there's plenty of tards out there living really kick-ass lives.
My first wife was targeted. She's a pilot now. Don't want to sound like a dick or nothing, but it says on your chart you're fucked up. You talk like a fag, and your shit's all retarded. What I do...
I can't. It's
Happy that you won. More than you believe. More than you believe, Happy. You're cheering it. Happy that you won. More than you believe.
Yeah? My pants! No! I need the bag! No! What the fuck? No, no! In my pants! No! What the fuck? Yeah? My pants!
what in the world, bruh?
New York City for Fanatics Fest, a celebration of sports and athletes at the Javits Center in New York. Of course, we have the SummerSlam kickoff show where I was joined by Peter Rosenberg and a number of WWE superstars to celebrate the first ever two-night SummerSlam, which comes to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on August 2nd and August 3rd. Even John Cena apologized to me for the way that he's been treating me as of late. Also, superstars participated in all kinds of fan-centered events and activities, autograph signings, sporting events, photo sessions, and many athletes and celebrities, well, they all wanted to be WWE superstars and make their own WWE-type entrance, including James Harden, dressed as Hulk Hogan. It was an incredible event at Fanatics Fest in New York City. We thank all of you who attended. Can't wait to next year.
You know, I've said this to you both before. When it comes to women's tag team titles, I think you both have a great chance at them.
Thank you so much, Sheamus. We appreciate that, but you also did an amazing job last week, and don't lose sight of how great you are.
Yeah, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Don't worry about it. At least I got to put Rusev in his place for a little bit.
Sheamus.
Yeah.
Next time.
It's okay.
Out. Hey, fella. You still pretending to be everybody's friend. But this place is full of people like you. Smiles to their face, knife to the back.
You're trying to roll me up. Because you know I marched to beat my own drum. And that drum is a 10 beats to the barrel on which I would love to smash against that chest of yours.
I do my damage in the ring like a god. And you do yours back here like a snake.
God now, are you? Some God. I remember you being the most embarrassing and egotistical member of the League of Nations. That's what I remember. I'm tired of talking, fella. So what's it gonna be? No more BS. It's time to put up or shut up! I'm gonna make you new memories.
I cannot wait for those two to get in the ring once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight Monday Night Raw is live on Netflix and presented by Snickers.
Let's take a blinker. I don't really be taking blinkers like that, so let's do it. That was like 11 seconds, so I'm pretty sure that's a blinker. Because this thing, I'm not, if this thing goes past 10, I'm good on that.
Noticeably different demeanor as Gunther walks toward the ring than the champion had last week prior to his confrontation with the WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg. We mentioned it before, it is set in stone. July 12th, Saturday night's main event in Goldberg's adopted hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. The Hall of Famer has a chance to dethrone Gunther.
Last week was supposed to be my celebration. Me celebrating, regaining what's rightfully mine, the World Heavyweight Championship. But instead, none other than Bill Goldberg walked down here, looked me straight into the eye, and told me that I am next. So I did a lot of thinking. I thought a lot about what it means to be next. Usually being next means getting speared out of your boots, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3, and wake up looking at the lights. Bill Goldberg is the most destructive man of his generation. But it is not 1999 anymore. It is 2025, and right now, I'm the guy. I'm the best professional wrestler in this company, and the World Heavyweight Championship around my waist proves it. And I heard what Bill Goldberg had to say. Intense as always, but there's nothing he can say that will change my perception about him. And my perception is that I see a 58-year-old one-trick pony that can't lace my boots. So, Bill, I want to take the moment now and officially apologize to your wife and to your son for everything that I'm gonna do to the man that used to be Goldberg. I'm unlike anybody you ever stepped in the ring with. I embarrassed you once, and at Saturday night's main event, I'm gonna embarrass to make sure that the legacy and the myth of Bill Goldberg forever dies.
Wow. Well, Goldberg struck a chord with this man. Gunther is fired up and as intense as I've ever seen him. Will spell the end of Goldberg.
Excuse me, Becky. I know you're getting ready to defend your Intercontinental Championship, but I was hoping that I could get your thoughts on the challenge.
My thoughts, I just witnessed Bayley and Lyra conspiring to work together. Because that's the only way that they know they can get this title off me. So you know what? I've said too much already.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Becky. Cole Graves, as I send it back to you, Becky, understandably focused on her upcoming... Actually, you know what? Hold that thought. Hey, Sammy. Sammy, do you have a second? I know this isn't a good time, but I know you're coming off a tough loss to Randy Orton on Friday night, but we all know how much becoming a world champion means to you. So I have to ask on behalf of the WWE Universe, how are you processing this loss?
That's quite a response. What does encompass? Listen, I'm not trying to get under your nerves. Let's just speak plainly here. You're really happy. I believed every single thing you said last week. It was a great speech. I'm good enough to become the world champion. But what happened? Exactly what I told you would happen. You wrestled the Viper and he dropped you. Am I right? I mean, honestly, Sammy, when are you gonna get it through your thick skull that all this, the way you are, the way you want to be, Sammy, you're never gonna be world champion. Okay? Okay. Oh! I am done talking to you. I talked to Adam Pearce. Our match is official. Tick-tock.
Stop it.
Got him.
The successful rage bait.
Said he had had enough, but it seemed like that's what Cross wanted.
Give her a new damn theme, bruh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not quite sure what Becky Lynch was watching earlier on. I don't think Bayley and Lyra were conspiring against her. Lyra was basically wishing Bayley good luck tonight, and Bayley saying you'll get first dibs on the title if I win.
But do you really blame Becky Lynch for being in that headspace? I mean, Becky understands what it means to be a champion in WWE. You are perpetually a target. And Becky has to be feeling the heat because Becky is very familiar with what Bayley is capable of. This woman, prior to the creation of the United States Intercontinental Championship, was the Grand Slam champion in the women's division. Bayley is a history maker, just like Becky Lynch.
Well, you know, here's the deal with Bayley, too. Bayley was taken out of WrestleMania by Becky Lynch. She's got revenge on her mind.
I'm not waiting for you.